Welcome to Kenya. In this episode of the Nations of the World series, we'll embark on a journey through Kenya's past and present. Nestled in the heart of Africa, there's a body of water so vast it could easily be mistaken for an ocean. But what is this mysterious expanse that captivates the imagination? This land is home to creatures both great and small, from the majestic lion to the graceful gazelle, including the renowned Big Five: lion, leopard, rhinoceros, elephant, and Cape buffalo, all playing their part in a timeless drama of wildlife and adventure. You can witness this spectacle in parks that offer ideal opportunities to see these majestic animals in their natural habitat. This land cradles the very origins of humanity itself, a place of breathtaking landscapes, diverse cultures, and a history that stretches back to the dawn of time. Did you know that Kenya is home to enigmatic ancient stone ruins, the oldest of which date back to the 15th century? Kenya is home to the monument of Thimlich Ohinga, a stone structure that continues to captivate archaeologists with its enduring mysteries. Stay tuned to uncover its mystery. This remarkable nation is also crowned by a majestic mountain, its snow-capped peak piercing the clouds, a beacon visible for miles across the Savannah. Mount Kenya, standing at 5,199 meters, is the second highest peak in Africa and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is located just south of the equator in the central highlands of Kenya. So are you ready to uncover the secrets of this extraordinary nation? Situated on the southeastern coast of Africa, bordered by Ethiopia and South Sudan to the north, Uganda to the west, and Tanzania to the south. Imagine, if you will, a landmass roughly twice the size of the state of Nevada, covering approximately 224,081 square miles or 580,367 square kilometers, stretching from the shores of the Indian Ocean to the heights of Mount Kenya, with a population of over 54 million people as diverse as its landscapes. From the bustling streets of Nairobi, its capital city, to the tranquil shores of Lake Victoria, Kenya is a tapestry woven from 1,000 different threads. Each region boasts its own unique charm, from the rolling hills of the Central Highlands to the arid plains of the north. This is a land of contrasts where ancient traditions coexist alongside modern advancements. But Kenya's true magic lies not just in its landscapes, but in its people. Known for their warmth, resilience, and infectious joy for life, Kenyans embody the spirit of Ubuntu, a belief in the interconnectedness of all humanity. Their stories, passed down through generations, are filled with tales of bravery, love, and the enduring power of the human spirit. As we journey deeper into Kenya, we can't overlook the rich mosaic of cultures that make up this vibrant nation. Kenya is home to over 40 distinct ethnic groups, each with its own unique heritage and traditions. The largest of these are the Kikuyu, Luhya, Luo, and Kalenjin, but there are many other communities that contribute to the country's rich cultural tapestry. The Kikuyu, who primarily reside in the Central Highlands, are known for their agricultural prowess, cultivating crops like coffee and tea that are vital to the nation's economy. They have a rich oral tradition with stories and proverbs that have been passed down through generations, embodying the wisdom of their ancestors. Moving westward, we encounter the Luo, who live along the shores of Lake Victoria. The Luo are renowned for their fishing skills and vibrant music and dance traditions. Their history is intertwined with the lake, and their cultural practices reflect a deep connection to the water that sustains them. In the Western Highlands, the Luhya people are celebrated for their craftsmanship and agricultural skills. They are known for their intricate basket weaving and pottery, as well as their traditional dances, which are performed during important ceremonies and festivals. The Kalenjin, residing in the Rift Valley, are famed for their long-distance running prowess. Many of Kenya's world-class athletes hail from this community, and their success on the international stage has brought pride and recognition to the nation. These are just a few examples of the diverse cultures that make up Kenya. Each community contributes to the nation's rich cultural heritage, creating a tapestry of traditions, languages, and customs that is uniquely Kenyan. As we explore the land of the Kikuyu and other ethnic groups, we see how their stories and traditions are woven into the fabric of Kenya's identity. Their resilience, creativity, and sense of community are a testament to the enduring spirit of the Kenyan people. As we delve deeper into the rich tapestry of Kenya's cultural heritage, we come across the fascinating folklore of the Luo people. One such tale is the legend of the leopard and the hyena. In the vast savannas where the Luo reside, The leopard and the hyena are known as rivals. One day, the leopard, confident in its speed and agility, challenges the hyena to a race. The leopard is convinced that it will easily outpace the hyena and prove its superiority once and for all. However, the hyena, known for its cunning nature, has other plans. As the race begins, the leopard races ahead, its powerful legs propelling it forward with incredible speed. But the hyena, instead of trying to match the leopard's pace, employs a clever tactic. It takes shortcuts and hides along the path, waiting for the perfect moment to leap ahead. Despite the leopard's strength and speed, it becomes increasingly frustrated as the hyena mysteriously appears ahead at various points along the racecourse. The hyena's strategy of using its wits rather than sheer strength ultimately leads it to victory. This tale, often recounted around evening fires, serves as a powerful lesson in the Luo community. It illustrates that ingenuity and strategy can sometimes triumph over raw power, and that true victory often lies in the cleverness of one's mind rather than the strength of one's body. As we reflect on this story, we see how it echoes the broader experiences of the Kenyan people, who have often relied on resourcefulness and resilience to navigate the challenges of their environment. The legend of the leopard and the hyena is a timeless reminder of the value of intelligence and cunning, themes that resonate deeply within the cultural fabric of Kenya. As we delve into Kenya, it's essential to recognize how this land contributes to the broader story of human origins. Having explored Chad and Ethiopia in previous chapters, we see Kenya as a crucial piece in the intricate puzzle of our early ancestors. You can delve deeper into these fascinating histories by visiting our Africa playlist. Kenya's significance lies primarily in its location within the East African Rift Valley, a region famed for its rich fossil record. Among the remarkable finds in Kenya is the Turkana boy, a nearly complete skeleton of Homo ergaster dating back around 1.6 million years. This discovery provides a vivid glimpse into the physical development and lifestyle of early humans, highlighting how they adapted to their environment. While Chad introduced us to Sahelanthropus chadensis, one of the oldest known hominids, and Ethiopia gifted us with the renowned Lucy, Kenya complements these discoveries with its own vital evidence. The fossils unearthed here reveal a diverse array of early human species, underscoring the Rift Valley's crucial role in our evolutionary history. In addition to Kenya, Tanzania also plays a pivotal role in our understanding of human evolution. We will explore this further in the Nations of the World episode about Tanzania. As we journey through the diverse narratives of Kenya, we pause to immerse ourselves in the rich folklore of the Kikuyu people. One such tale passed down through generations is the captivating story of the hare and the lion. In Kikuyu folklore, the hare is celebrated for its cleverness and wit. This particular tale tells of a time when the lion, proud and arrogant, reigned as the undisputed king of the beasts. He often bullied the other animals, wielding his strength to maintain his dominance. But the hare, small yet shrewd, decided it was time to put an end to the lion's tyranny. Using its wits, the hare concocted a brilliant plan. It spread a rumor that a massive army of animals was marching towards the lion's lair, ready to challenge his rule. The lion, upon hearing this, was filled with terror. The thought of facing a formidable invasion was too much for him. In a panic, he fled, abandoning his throne and leaving the other animals in peace. Through this tale, the Kikuyu people impart a timeless lesson. Intelligence and cunning can triumph over brute strength. It is a story that not only entertains, but also teaches the value of wisdom and strategy as we continue our exploration of Kenya's history and culture. Stories like these remind us of the profound wisdom embedded in the traditions of its people. The Swahili coast, which includes parts of modern-day Kenya, has been a hub of trade for centuries. Early settlers engaged in trade with the Arabian Peninsula, Persia, and India. Coastal towns such as Mombasa, Malindi, and Lamu emerged as key trading posts. By the first millennium CE, the interaction with traders from the Arabian Peninsula, Persia, and India significantly shaped the coastal culture. These interactions introduced new technologies, goods, and cultural practices. The Swahili civilization began to form during the 8th to 15th centuries. It was characterized by a blend of Bantu-speaking African cultures and influences from the Arab, Persian, and Indian traders. The Swahili people developed a unique culture that reflected this diverse heritage. Swahili, the language of the Swahili coast, emerged as a lingua franca that combined Bantu languages with Arabic, Persian, and other influences. The Swahili culture is noted for its architectural achievements, including coral stone buildings and intricately carved wooden doors. Cities like Mombasa, Malindi, and Lamu became prominent trade hubs in the Indian Ocean trade network. They were known for their vibrant markets, cosmopolitan population, and rich cultural life. The Swahili coast's strategic location facilitated trade between Africa and the wider Indian Ocean world. Islam was introduced to the Swahili coast through trade, and it significantly influenced local customs, architecture, and governance. Many Swahili city-states were ruled by Muslim sultans, and Islamic practices became integral to the coastal culture. The Swahili civilization represents a pivotal chapter in Kenya's history, reflecting the dynamic interplay of trade, culture, and heritage that shaped the region's identity over centuries. Today, the legacy of the Swahili civilization is evident in Kenya's rich cultural and linguistic diversity. The Swahili language continues to be a major lingua franca in East Africa, and Swahili cultural practices, art, and architecture remain influential. The historical cities of Mombasa, Malindi, and Lamu are celebrated for their historical significance and are key attractions for understanding Kenya's coastal heritage. In the late 15th century, the arrival of the Portuguese, spearheaded by explorers like Vasco da Gama, cast a significant influence over the East African coast. Driven by a thirst for wealth and a strategic interest in controlling the lucrative spice trade, the Portuguese aimed to assert their dominance over these vital maritime routes. Their ambitions were solidified with the construction of Fort Jesus, a formidable stone fortress erected on the island of Mombasa in 1593. This fortress remains a stark testament to their quest for control and military prowess in the region. The Portuguese encountered fierce resistance from the Swahili city-states, who were determined to protect their independence and their way of life. Naval battles raged along the coast, the air thick with the smell of gunpowder and the cries of clashing swords. The Portuguese, with their superior firepower and advanced naval technology, gradually gained the upper hand, but not without a protracted and bloody struggle. For over 2 centuries, the Portuguese maintained a tenuous grip on the East African coast. They imposed their rule, levied taxes, and sought to control the flow of trade. However, their presence was marked by brutality and exploitation, leaving a bitter legacy of resentment among the local population. But the spirit of resistance never truly died. From the shadows, a new power was emerging, one that would eventually challenge Portuguese dominance and usher in a new chapter in Kenya's history. Far to the north, across the waters of the Arabian Sea, the Sultanate of Oman was rising to prominence. Under the leadership of the ambitious Yoruba dynasty, Oman had emerged as a formidable naval power, its ships sailing the Indian Ocean, challenging Portuguese dominance and establishing trade links across the region. In the late 17th century, the Omani gaze turned southwards towards the East African coast. The Swahili city-states, weary of Portuguese oppression, saw an opportunity to break free from their colonial shackles. They appealed to Oman for assistance, forging an alliance that would change the course of history. In 1698, Omani forces, aided by Swahili allies, launched a decisive attack on Fort Jesus, the last bastion of Portuguese power in East Africa. The siege was long and bloody, but the Omani forces, fueled by a righteous fury and aided by superior numbers, eventually prevailed. The Portuguese were driven out, their reign of terror brought to an end. The expulsion of the Portuguese marked a turning point in Kenya's history. It ushered in a new era, one in which the Sultanate of Oman would play a pivotal role in shaping the destiny of the East African coast. The 19th century dawned over East Africa, bringing with it a renewed spirit of exploration and discovery. European explorers, driven by a thirst for knowledge, a desire to map the unknown, and a complex mix of humanitarian and imperialistic ambitions, ventured into the African interior, their journeys forever changing the world's perception of this vast and enigmatic continent. Among these intrepid explorers was Dr. David Livingstone, a Scottish missionary and physician whose name would become synonymous with African exploration. Driven by a deep faith and a burning desire to abolish the slave trade, Livingstone embarked on a series of epic journeys that captivated the imagination of the world. He traversed vast distances, mapped uncharted territories, encountered diverse cultures, and documented the natural wonders of the African interior. Livingstone's accounts of his travels, filled with tales of adventure, hardship, and remarkable discoveries, sparked a wave of interest in Africa, both in Europe and beyond. His descriptions of the continent's diverse peoples, its stunning landscapes, and its abundant resources fueled a growing fascination with this unexplored land. However, Livingstone's explorations, while driven by noble intentions, also had unintended consequences. His detailed accounts of the African interior, while invaluable from a scientific and geographical perspective, also provided European powers with the knowledge they needed to further their own colonial ambitions. The latter half of the 19th century saw European powers scramble for African territory, driven by economic, political, and strategic motives. The Berlin Conference of 1884 to 1885 formalized Africa's division, ignoring existing political and social structures. In East Africa, Britain and Germany emerged as dominant powers, with Kenya becoming a focal point of British ambitions. The construction of the Uganda Railway, completed in 1901, was a significant milestone. It connected the Kenyan coast to the interior, facilitating British control and economic exploitation. Colonial rule disrupted traditional structures, imposed forced labor, and sowed seeds of resistance in Kenya. The railway also played a crucial role in these dynamics, altering the social and economic landscape. The imposition of colonial rule brought profound changes to Kenya, alienating fertile land for European plantations and fostering urban growth marked by stark inequalities. During this period, Karen Blixen's Out of Africa depicted the colonial experience. Meanwhile, leaders like Hare emerged, founding the East African Association in 1921, advocating for self-reliance, land rights, and an end to colonial exploitation. On December 12, 1963, Kenya gained independence, symbolized by the raising of its flag. The mid-20th century saw Kenyans unite for freedom, inspired by leaders like Jomo Kenyatta, a key figure in Kenya's fight for independence. Kenyatta served as the country's first prime minister from 1963 to 1964, and its first president from 1964 to 1978, and is regarded as the founding father of the Kenyan nation. The spirit of Harambee, meaning pulling together, fueled the nation's optimism and resolve. Kenya, a jewel in East Africa, is renowned for its stunning landscapes and diverse regions. Let's embark on a journey through some of Kenya's most remarkable regions and landmarks. The Great Rift Valley, a geological wonder, slices through Kenya, creating dramatic landscapes and rich biodiversity. Fossil evidence here, including from the Turkana Basin, provides crucial insights into early human life. Mount Kenya, the country's highest peak, offers stunning scenery and opportunities for adventure. Its ecological diversity hosts a range of flora and fauna adapted to varying altitudes. The Maasai Mara National Reserve is famous for the Great Migration, where millions of wildebeest and zebras traverse the plains. It also offers incredible game viewing, including the Big Five. Amboseli National Park, with panoramic views of Mount Kilimanjaro, is a haven for elephants, offering unique sightings against the mountain backdrop. Lamu Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, showcases Kenya's rich history and Swahili culture with well-preserved architecture and a relaxed coastal atmosphere. Tsavo National Parks, split into east and west, are known for diverse landscapes and large wildlife populations, including the red elephants. Lake Nakuru National Park is famous for its flamingo populations and diverse bird species, creating a vibrant pink spectacle during migration periods. Nestled in the heart of Africa, the mysterious expanse that captivates the imagination is none other than Lake Turkana. This vast body of water, often referred to as the Jade Sea due to its striking turquoise color, is the world's largest desert lake and the largest alkaline lake on Earth. Its sheer size and remote location make it feel almost like an ocean, standing as a true marvel in Kenya's landscape. Thimlich Ohinga, located in Kenya's Nyanza region, is a remarkable archaeological site that offers a window into the ancient past. Dating back to the late Iron Age, this stone-built settlement provides critical insights into the lives of pre-colonial communities in Kenya. With its extensive stone walls and circular enclosures, Thimlich Ohinga reflects the advanced construction techniques and social organization of its time. Significantly, Thimlich Ohinga's strategic location suggests a society deeply engaged in both agriculture and pastoralism, thriving as a hub in regional trade networks. Its preservation offers a valuable link to the past, not only through its physical structures but also through the oral traditions that have kept its stories alive. Recognized for its cultural and historical importance, Thimlich Ohinga's nomination as a UNESCO World Heritage Site underscores its role in understanding the rich and diverse history of the region. It stands as a testament to Kenya's ancient heritage and continues to inspire and educate those who seek to understand the depth of Africa's past. In the heart of Kenya, among the Kamba people, there is a tale that has been told for generations. A tale of wit, wisdom, and the ever-mischievous Kwaku Ananse. Kwaku Ananse, much like his West African counterpart Ananse, is a trickster figure, a spider who navigates the world with cunning and cleverness. One day, Ananse decided that he would collect all the wisdom in the world and keep it for himself. He believed that with all this wisdom, he would be the most powerful being, outsmarting every creature and human he encountered. So he traveled far and wide, gathering wisdom from every corner of the earth, storing it in a large calabash. But as the calabash grew heavier with wisdom, Ananse struggled to carry it. He decided to tie the calabash to his belly and climb a tall tree, thinking it would be safer up high. However, no matter how hard he tried, he found it impossible to climb with the calabash in front of him. Frustrated, Ananse's son, who had been watching, suggested, "Father, why not tie the calabash to your back? It would make climbing easier." Realizing the wisdom in his son's words, Ananse did as suggested and climbed the tree effortlessly. At that moment, Ananse understood that no one can possess all the wisdom in the world. True wisdom lies in sharing knowledge and learning from others. The story of Kwaku Ananse teaches us the values of humility and the importance of sharing wisdom. It is a reminder that in the web of life, we are all interconnected, and our greatest strength comes from the collective wisdom of our communities. The tale of Kwaku Ananse continues to be a cherished part of Kamba folklore, a story that inspires and educates, reminding us of the timeless values that guide us through life's journey. Kenya's linguistic diversity, with over 40 indigenous languages and as many ethnic groups, enriches its cultural tapestry. Swahili and English unite the nation, while local languages preserve unique traditions. Faith, a cornerstone of Kenyan society, encompasses Islam, Christianity, and traditional African beliefs. This religious diversity fosters tolerance and shared values. Kenya's rich history is illuminated by a host of remarkable individuals who have made their mark both locally and globally. Wangari Maathai, a trailblazing environmental activist, earned the Nobel Peace Prize for her work with the Green Belt movement, championing both environmental conservation and women's rights. In the world of athletics, David Rudisha stands out as a legendary middle-distance runner, holding the world record in the 800 meters and winning Olympic gold. Eliud Kipchoge, another extraordinary athlete, is celebrated for his historic marathon achievements, including being the first person to complete a marathon in under 2 hours. In the realm of literature and the arts, Ngugi wa Thiong'o is renowned for his influential works that explore post-colonial Kenyan identity. Chris Kirubi, a leading businessman and philanthropist, has significantly impacted Kenya's economic landscape. Adding to Kenya's cultural impact is Lupita Nyong'o, an acclaimed actress whose work in film has garnered international recognition and brought Kenyan talent to the global stage. These luminaries reflect the diverse achievements and contributions of Kenya's people, showcasing the country's influence across various fields. Kenyan entrepreneurs and peacekeepers further the nation's influence and commitment to innovation and diplomacy. In the heart of Maasai folklore lies a tale as enchanting as it is timeless, the story of the magic Calabash. It begins in a time of great famine, when the Maasai people faced hardship and hunger. Their cattle, the lifeblood of their society, struggled to find sustenance, and the community's spirits were low. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and crimson, an elder of the tribe ventured into the wilderness. He sought answers, praying for a miracle to save his people. As he walked, he stumbled upon a calabash, unlike any he had seen before. It glowed softly in the twilight, an aura of magic surrounding it. Intrigued and hopeful, the elder brought the calabash back to his village. To their astonishment, when he opened it, the calabash was filled with an endless supply of food. The people rejoiced, their hunger satiated, and their spirits renewed. The calabash became a symbol of abundance and the importance of generosity. The elder taught his people that the magic of the calabash was not in its ability to provide food, but in the lesson it carried, sharing and supporting one another in times of need. The Maasai embraced this wisdom, reinforcing their values of community and compassion. To this day, the tale of the magic calabash is told around Maasai fires, a reminder of the power of unity and the enduring spirit of generosity. It is a story that transcends time, echoing the essence of Maasai culture and their deep connection to each other and the land they call home. The Maasai are among the most iconic and culturally rich tribes of East Africa, known for their vibrant traditions and deep connection to the land. Originally from the Nile Valley, the Maasai began migrating to what is now Kenya and northern Tanzania in the 17th and 18th centuries. They established a society that values cattle as a symbol of wealth and status, practicing transhumance to find optimal grazing lands and water resources. Maasai culture is deeply intertwined with their cattle and the land. Social structures are based on age sets, with boys undergoing rites of passage to become warriors and eventually elders. They are famous for their distinctive clothing, vibrant beadwork, and ceremonial dances such as the Aduma, or jumping dance, performing high vertical jumps as a display of strength, agility, and to impress potential mates, a cultural practice deeply rooted in their identity. Their language, Ma, preserves their oral traditions and history. The late 19th and early 20th centuries brought significant changes with European colonizers. Colonial and later government policies restricted Maasai grazing lands, disrupting their traditional lifestyle. Despite these challenges, the Maasai have shown resilience, adapting to modern pressures while maintaining their cultural identity. Today, the Maasai face challenges such as land rights disputes, access to education, and the impact of climate change on their pastoral practices. These issues have sometimes led to conflicts with neighboring communities and the government. However, they have also become integral to Kenya's tourism and conservation sectors. Through community-based conservancies, they protect wildlife habitats and provide income and employment opportunities, showcasing their role as stewards of both their culture and the environment. From their origins as ancient warriors to their modern role as guardians of culture and nature, the Maasai story is one of resilience and adaptability. As they navigate the complexities of the 21st century, the Maasai continue to be a vibrant part of Kenya's cultural and natural heritage, embodying the enduring power of tradition in a rapidly changing world. The flag of Kenya, adopted on December 12, 1963, features a design rich in symbolism. The black stripe at the top represents the people of Kenya, symbolizing their strength and unity. Below it, a thin white stripe stands for peace and purity. The red stripe in the middle honors the struggle for independence and the sacrifices made for freedom. The green stripe at the bottom signifies Kenya's natural resources and agricultural wealth. In the center of the flag, a Maasai shield and crossed spears symbolize defense and readiness to protect the nation. This emblem reflects Kenya's warrior spirit and cultural heritage. Together, these elements embody the country's history, values, and aspirations. The national anthem, Imungu Nguvu Yetu, invokes unity, peace, and gratitude. Sung in Swahili, it expresses love for the homeland and a prayer for prosperity. The anthem reminds Kenyans of shared values and aspirations. The lion, Kenya's national animal, symbolizes strength, courage, and the untamed spirit of Africa. It embodies Kenya's wild beauty and connection to the natural world. If you've been captivated by Kenya's journey, like this video, and subscribe for more explorations. Let us know in the comments which country you'd like us to explore next. Stay tuned for our next adventure as we uncover the wonders of the next nation.